step forward.
Yo, Then and Out podcast. We're back for the third episode in this day. We've been mass recording, guys, trying to get this content out to you quickly and make up for some lost time. So we are going to be discussing our reaction to my most highly anticipated Marvel project, probably up until this point, for obvious bias reasons.
Tell him why.
I'm a fucking Sam Jackson fan, man. Like, I love Sam. Question for y'all. So do y'all pronounce his name Samuel L. Jackson or is Samuel L. Jackson?
I usually just call him Sam Jackson. Whatever. Yeah. If I'm saying Samuel L. Jackson. Yeah.
That's how I say it. That's Samuel L. I say Samuel L. I kind of almost slurred the two L's together like I'm Latin or something. But yeah, it's Samuel L.
We're going to pronounce it how we going to pronounce it. You're going to have to deal with it.
Samuel L. Yeah. How do you pronounce it? Say it right quick, Dev.
Samuel L. Jackson?
Okay, you see all your L's.
Samuel L. No, I'm not.
You went through all.
I'm doing that. That doesn't have as much swag to it.
Nah.
Sam Jackson.
Isn't Rihanna's name actually Rihanna and not Rihanna? But black folks are just like...
Her real name was like Robin.
Robin, but like her actual
name. Yeah.
Because I like the real name because I love Robin. Anyways.
Yeah, guys. Secret Invasion. We just want to get into it.
Fury. Since you've been gone, things have gotten much worse.
Crumbling.
Ooh.
Why do you think I came back?
He just looks so badass, man. I can't. Hey, man, that's my dog.
The film grain. This is a series. It's like a film grain here.
Right.
You're in no shape for this fight that lies before us, old friend.
Olivia Colman.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is personal.
Very few
There's
of
a
us
gun
know
in every
about the
grave.
wars fought in the shadows that have raged on this
Oh
planet.
yes, Martin Freeman.
Colonizer.
Everett Ross. Not Everett Ross.
Do you feel responsible?
I think it's Everett Ross, I think, right?
Everett Ross.
Everett Ross.
Where are the Avengers? This war is one I have to fight alone.
Hey.
You're the most wanted man on the planet.
Yay, Morris.
You don't know what they have planned for you.
The great Nick Fury.
We seeing Super Scroll, though. That's the question.
Yeah, right. That's got to be one.
Yeah, it is.
It's got to be. Yeah, that's Super Scroll.
So they're changing up. Okay.
One last
Pop the
fight.
collar. Pop the collar, my boy. Okay.
Of course, you got to pop the collar. We ain't no chumps out here.
Do your thing, my boy. I'm so excited.
Okay.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay.
Yeah, guys. I'm here for it.
They look pretty solid.
We've all talked about how much we enjoy the Winter Soldier movie. For me, one of my favorite scenes, if not my favorite scene of that film, was the sequence of Sam Jackson, Nick Fury, like escaping, being chased down in his truck. So I'm like, we get to see an entire series of action like that, espionage like that. I'm hoping that whoever wrote this, because it's like a spy thriller, that they wrote it with some depth and layering. Again, I think Sam Jackson as an actor, his quality goes without saying. And has he had like a lead series before? Is this like his first actual like series?
He's been around forever, so I don't know. He's
Odds
are he has
series. I mean,
series?
not always have movies, but
Yeah, he's had a couple films. So I'm like,
series,
yeah. I'm excited, man. That's just all I'm saying. This is me. Like, give Sam Jackson give him a decent script, give him some good stuff to work with, and let him go. And I think you'll get good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, Nick Fury has always been a high point of the MCU. I'm hoping that this is finally going to be a Marvel series that they put on this Disney Plus that keeps the same energy start to finish, because literally every single one has fizzled out halfway through to me. Like, everyone starts off at a pretty solid level, or starts off slow, gets to a solid level, and then takes a nosedive. Cough, Moon Knight. But I just want to see them be able to maintain the level of like exceptionally that I've seen from Nick Fury on screen. Like he really worked well with the Russo brothers. We've seen that. I hope whoever they got directing this series can maximize him into the Nick Fury that we've expected to see.
Congratulations, Otis. I want to give you an award. You successfully hated on Moon Knight through every reaction we've had all day.
Give him his Oscar. Give him his Oscar, man. The Tony, his small. He got you. But yeah, piggybacking off of what both of y'all said, the Disney Plus series have, for various reasons, because some of them were made during the pandemic, and for example, with Falcon and Winter Soldier, they had to course correct drastically the plot because it was involving a global virus that was being released. They had kind of we can't have that anymore, so it changed the entire course of things and so forth and so on. But this one does seem more promising. It was so cool having seen the other movies, like for example, having seen the Blue Beetle trailer earlier today, how the way that film grain looked compared to this, like this looks like actual has serious like this. And it's in a film. It's a series, a TV series, and it's still looking at better film quality overall, and it adds weight to it, which you're seeing. And you're right too, Dev, about the scene in Winter Soldier. You realize, I know I put up before in the show before, how that's how the Russo brothers and Marcus McFeely got the job. Was they literally the Russo brothers saw an actual footage from a chase in Brazil where something like this happened, and they said we need to put a scene like this into the movie, because if Nick Fury is being hunted down, he should be almost impossible to kill. He's the world's greatest spy. It should take a hell of a lot of effort to kill him. And so Marcus McFeely wrote something like that. The Russo brothers shot something like that for their test, and that's how they got the job with Disney. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna make sure they hammer that point in, that this dude, even though he has no powers, he is the linchpin of the Avengers. He's the strongest man in the MCU in his own way.
All right, he has been, like you guys said, like a staple of badassness in Marvel Comics forever. If you read Original Sin, I recommend it. He was like an integral part of that.
Yeah,
it's been dope. And for my opinion, when it comes to making like Sam Jackson, like elevating his acting, give him like a darker, grittier film and give him like a really good, well-written monologue and just let him go. Something like The Hateful Eight, something like Django, where it's dark, you let him do his thing, because usually he is he's one of those actors to me that is very passionate about the work. You can tell that through his deep dive into the character, rather that's a director or whoever writing it. So because sometimes you see like he gets the Will Smith effect where people write stuff for him, and you see that with something like Snakes on a Plane, but then you have films where he's able to like dive into a character and show that acting chops. And I'm excited to see Nick. I feel like we never got enough Nick Fury on screen in the MCU.
Yeah, it was funny because he was around since the very beginning. Remember at the very end, the first original post-credit scene. He's there. He shows up. And makes
Were you there in Iron Man 1?
Yes, that's in Iron Man 1.
Okay,
That was in that scene. He literally said that.
I thought he popped up in the movie. I thought.
No. I mean, not in the actual film itself. In the post-credit scene, he pops up in Iron Man 2 when he's at on that donut.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what you're thinking of. But yeah, it's I think Sam Jackson, or Samuel L. Jackson, is a dude who elevates whatever he's in. I mean, I know y'all both have seen like Juice and Coming to America. It's Coming to America, right? Otis, where he gets he's the guy with the shotgun, like he's trying to rob. He's like taking robbing dolls or whatever. I mean, it's he's on the screen for like 20 seconds, and it's still amazing watching. If you get a chance, Google that or YouTube that scene. It's amazing. It's still very much Sam Jackson on screen for 10 seconds, robbing a place, and it's still amazing. So he always elevates wherever he's in.
Dude's dope. Dude's probably my top 3 favorite actors of all time to ever exist. I gotta make a list, but if I were to make one, he for sure is like a no-brainer for me to put in there. From like all the stuff he's been in, and he either elevates your movie if it's bad, or he makes it even more exceptional if he's in it. And he genuinely, like, you usually see him and you feel his presence in whatever acting room he's in.
Right. I mean, he made Snakes on a Plane at least semi-watchable. So I mean, with a actual plot with words, I mean, I'm sure he can make something and at least entertaining.
That movie was so bad, but he has that one monologue in that film that everybody knows by heart. That's how crazy that is.
People went to that movie theater and drove to watch that one scene. It worked. They put that bomb in the movie just for that scene. And also, I mean, no, this is not to dismiss Sammy in any way, but they have Olivia Colman in here, Oscar-winning Olivia Colman, Kate Middleton, and Oscar nominated, and they have the cast is stacked here.
Yeah, was
The brother that was the Skrull.
Daenerys in there too. I think I saw.
Emilia Clarke's up in here. I have no idea. Charlie, you probably know better than I do who she's playing. They got her, of course, in here. Agent Hill's back. I mean, this is a stacked cast. It looks legit as fuck. Sorry, hell, language. And the brother, I'm not sure who the brother was that was playing the Skrull. That was more metamorphosizing.
He's like, they said his name before. I saw his name in the video before. I can't remember now.
Yeah.
How much do you guys think this is
Don't forget about him.
Don Cheadle's back at least, yeah.
So that being the question, obviously we know this is based on the Secret Invasion comic. My question for you guys would be, who you guys believe is a Skrull?
I mean, so we not to give spoilers for the actual comic then, right?
I mean, the comic's been out forever now, bro. If you want to spoil the comic, that's been around for 2 decades now.
Was that old? Damn, what? Yeah,
it's been a minute, bro. It's been a minute.
Yes, it has been. What's going on with my age? But I don't know how much they're gonna follow that directly. But
right, because half the characters don't exist yet.
Yeah, there's always a turn. I mean, that's the whole idea. They can invade anybody. Anybody could be a Skrull. They can look like anybody. And the trailer shows that how one guy looks like he's an entire room full of him. That's the whole point. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with it. I wonder. Let me ask y'all this: do y'all think they'll put in there'll be some fun surprise cameos from people in the past? And he mentions where the Avengers, but they have Don Cheadle pops up. They may have, 21 pop up obviously, but like maybe Thor might pop up or Hulk. I mean, there's other characters could pop up in here because that's the whole point. It's a kind of free for all for the whole world.
I could definitely. Maybe I feel like it's too much money to bring Tony back for like a little cameo. That's way too much money for him.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Maybe nope. I was gonna say ScarJo, but that's way too much money.
That's even worse. That's even harder.
I can't think of any like relevant names that people would care about like that.
Yeah, not anymore.
Maybe the thing from like when they get like another Megan Thee Stallion cameo or some shit like that in there. I don't know.
Yeah,
for a second, or some celebrity.
This one seems like it's trying to be more serious. Like Megan Thee Stallion, no offense to her, but she works into something that's meant to be more of a comedy series, like She-Hulk. Not like this.
Yeah, but I think that was the whole. It's like the whole thing about the comic is that people from like I think there's gonna be honestly, I feel like Rhodey is gonna be a Skrull and have been a Skrull for a long time.
That's what happened in the comics. It was a character that had been a Skrull for a long ass fucking time.
Spider-Woman, she was like a Skrull she was the queen forever. Yeah,
she was a queen. So which I almost feel like Olivia Colman, woman that was in that, let's say she was in that business suit, maybe the surrogate for that. But
possibly.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to. I hope going into this they try to make it into the spy thriller the whole way out. I mean, of course, it's going to be a super powered spy thriller because you have transforming aliens, but I want them to try to keep that immersion real. I want them to try to make sure the tone is serious. Like, of course, you can let Sam Jackson make jokes because I mean he's good at making levity of darker moments like that, but like. Go hard for this. Like I don't want this to start off with the energy that. Should I say it again?
Go ahead.
I mean, okay. I don't want to.
Luna had a good start though. I feel like it teetered off.
The pilot from Luna was probably the best one. I thought.
That's my point. If they do that, I'm done with Disney series after this. Honestly, if they mess this one up.
I feel like this one, I think it'll be a little bit more difficult because the main star that's going to get most of the attention is now superpowered. So, like, for him to like combat
Hawkeye
the issues,
Hawkeye
wasn't either. But they didn't have like
Captain Falcon.
They didn't have like superpower aliens that can manipulate their arms and shit, going crazy.
Yeah, I think what I'm going to do too is look up who the writing team or writers are, and then also the director for this too. And I'm gonna try to get them, like you said, Otis. I'm with you. We've been given the benefit of the doubt. Marvel's earned some credits. We kind of were there to watch these shows, but it's gonna the quote unquote bubble would burst is if we keep having mediocre or mid films or shows coming our way. Eventually, we're gonna stop showing.
I got faith in this one because it's one of the later ones. I think going off to what you said earlier, as far as most of those things were filmed pre or during or after COVID, and they had to like edit shit together to make it work with them having to stop production because of the pandemic and start it back or reshoot some stuff. I don't remember them like filming this during that time period. Maybe I'm wrong, but
no, they did not. I mean, and also
put it out, no excuses.
But think about the last thing you saw. The last thing you saw,
they'll recoup funds regardless.
I mean, yeah, of course they're gonna make money. But the last thing we saw from the MCU TV series, even though it was only one off, was A Wolf by Night.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
That's the only good project they've had since Endgame to me.
I feel you, but what I'm saying is, it's possible. They have done it before.
Yeah.
So it's
They got time. I kind of same thing I said up with DC as far as give them time. I think they shot themselves in the foot with how fast they were pushing stuff out, and that break they forced where they stopped all production for I don't know how many months. I think they needed that to kind of like breathe, like, hey, what are we doing? What is the direction we're going in right now? Let's figure that out and go.
I agree.
They have the pieces there. They have actors like Sam Jackson. They have Jonathan Majors in here now. We've seen what he's done as Kang. They have like the individual pieces to make something great. It's just a matter of, do you have the right people in place to create that? Which again, I think they are with Ryan Coogler being in charge of, I think the Kang Dynasty. He's in charge of like one or two of the Avengers movies. As far as directing them, and I don't know if he has a part of writing them, but I'd assume so as well.
Yeah, he always writes the story.
So far for me, I'm the optimist to the show, so obviously I have to have it. But I think they'll be okay at least.
No, I'm hopeful. I think all three of us do want these things to be good. We don't waste our time watching stuff we don't like. So yeah, of course, we want them to be good. Of course.
Plus, there's characters I want to see on screen that aren't here yet. But yeah.
I mean, I have high expectations for this, which is why I'm going to judge it appropriately. Because if you do not deliver at least an 8 for me, tirade.
The thing is, I feel like we'll almost on some level. I know we can't do that, but we'll kind of be able to gauge in some capacity within the first couple of episodes where we're headed. I know we can't use the first one because that test failed before, but maybe once we have a few episodes in, we know okay, we're in safe hands. I think I'm trying to be hopeful. I think we'll be in safe hands. We'll know a few episodes in.
I'll fight. It's either gonna be amazing or it's gonna be a thing of like anytime Sam Jackson's not on screen, we're gonna hate it. It's like one or the other. I don't think there's gonna be.
But look at that cast. I mean, we got Martin Freeman up in there, but Nelson. It's like everyone's up there. And that dude who didn't talk well. I mean, that's my favorite kind of villain sometimes, like the T-1000 and Terminator 2. That the brother that was just like the Super Skrull guy. I want him to be so much fun. I want him to be a great villain. That's a great baddie. Anytime he just shows up, you're like, oh shit! Like you're afraid for Sam or whoever else.
And I'm interested to see how they get his abilities to go around, because obviously they had the Groot arm from that one scene, because they switched up the Super Skrull's abilities. Obviously the original one's based on the Fantastic Four. Yeah. So far we at least know that he has like Groot arm for whatever reason, and then he has buddy from the from Thanos's crew, big heavy guy that got his arm cut off. Something Cole something, I can't remember. I almost said, but we know he has his arm. They have like those two abilities at least for him, and I'm guessing they probably have like extremists pop up. I think I've seen that in a new Rockstar video. So I'm interested to see how they operate that. I was hoping that this would be like a lead into maybe a Fantastic Four being like getting some kind of like peek into when they're coming, I guess, because we've heard all kinds of rumors around them, rather than being around in the 60s and that being the time of them, or them popping up whenever. I don't know.
Yeah, it'd been dope though if old boy had like that full like a Human Torch arm or something, or his arm gone like full like a thing kind of rock. Like, wait a minute, we know clearly that means he had been around the Fantastic Four, or he killed them off in space or something like that. But yeah.
So far he's got like stretchy arm to an extent, and he's got like a rock arm to an extent. So and we'll see what happens next.
Yeah, we'll see. So
I'm excited though. Cool. I'm excited.
Cool. I mean, I think ultimately, having seen these 3 trailers today, I am not like rolling my eyes at any of them, which is good. You know.
Yes, sir.
I mean, of the 3, I think that this was the best looking one overall. Which is also why I'm the most critical of it, because I need them to meet their own standard, which they haven't in a couple years.
Fair.
I just want 8 episodes of Sam Jackson, so I'm here for it. Anything else, and it's just icing on the cake for me.
I just like the meme that goes around with the horse, like where they show like the
first,
I just give me a horse to all the way through. Just give me a horse to all the way through. Don't give me a stick figure.
What's the meme? What's the meme?
It's like a sketched horse, and they have like different anime seasons or different shows here. And as the horse goes through, it's like going down in quality.
I love it. I got it. I love it. Okay.
All right, y'all. We will. If you're watching this tonight, we'll be back tomorrow for an actual full episode. We're going to be discussing Swarm. There's a lot of great things to say about that. I think that's one of we all pretty much like that to an extent. Yeah,
we have a lot to talk about, man. Like,
Right.
we have a lot to talk about. That's a.
Oh yeah.
Y'all talking like this now. If y'all say this and y'all give this shit like a 9, I'm gonna be so pissed. I swear to God.
I don't even know where I am.
At 9, that doesn't even register.
I don't even know where I am
for me, but we'll get to it tomorrow.
Before we go, if y'all haven't seen Storm, just watch Dre. Her name is Drea dancing angrily on a pole. That's the stuff of dreams right there.
Yeah, Dominique Fishback stripper was kind of wild for me. I like my first time seeing her was in Project Power. So I'm like, how old is she again?
I think she's legal.
She's like my age, I think. But in that Project Power, they made her like a 16-year-old, and I was kind of like,
if you told me she was 16, like, yeah, I can believe it. Yeah.
Right.
So, anyway, let's see ya.
Deuces. See y'all later. Peace.
Swarm of 9? Never.